BMW has reimagined one of its most popular SUVs, the 2025 BMW X3 M50 xDrive. Sleeker, smarter, and more powerful than ever before, this SUV blends performance and luxury in a way that only BMW can deliver. On the outside, the design is bold and athletic. A slimmer kidney grille with glowing contour lighting, sharp LED headlights, and aerodynamic body lines give the X3 a planted, confident stance. At the rear, 3D LED taillights and quad exhaust tips remind you this is an M performance model. Step inside and you're greeted by BMW's curved dual-screen setup. A 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster flows seamlessly into a 14.9-inch infotainment display, powered by BMW's latest iDrive 9 software. You get crisp graphics, customizable ambient lighting with 15 color choices, and premium materials throughout the cabin. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and 5G connectivity come standard, keeping you connected and updated at all times. But the real thrill is under the hood. The X3 M50 xDrive comes with a turbocharged inline-six, enhanced by 48-volt mild hybrid technology. Together, they deliver 393 horsepower, 375 from the engine, plus an electric boost of up to 17 horsepower. The result? 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds. That's sports car quick in a family SUV. Handling is equally impressive, thanks to adaptive M suspension, variable sport steering, and an M Sport differential that keeps power balanced in every corner. And with M Sport brakes, available with high-gloss red calipers, you get stopping power to match the speed. Properly equipped, the X3 M50 can also tow up to 4,800 pounds. Safety and driver assistance features are advanced too. Adaptive cruise, lane centering, and automated parking make long drives and city commutes effortless. Pricing starts at $65,900 before options. For that, you're getting a luxury SUV with near supercar acceleration, everyday comfort, and unmistakable BMW M DNA.
Hello everyone, welcome to behind the scenes for this automobile BMW X3 M50 video. All right, here's where I take you behind the scenes, show you the process, my workflow through it, right? So this is using a combination of realism and AI, which means I went to the original BMW website, grabbed photos, and I was able to get it in motion, cut off the original photo, and then keep my motion stuff. So that'll be mine. Okay, so first thing I want to do is come here and create some text prompts, right? And I initially started by saying what car is trending right now. Usually I do Lamborghinis, Ferraris, but I want to get more into what people drive every day as well. Nice car people drive. And this was like one of the #1 car that people were searching for. And then you just, if you want to take a snapshot of that, if you're in the AI and stuff like that, just take a snapshot. So basically, I take a snapshot of this. I go to BMW website. I take a picture of that, okay, of the car, okay. And then here I got the clothing of the model there, right? This is a two-piece, but you'll see some one-piece. You see how I placed her there, okay. And I said, I want to create a song for her, right? A song about the car, right? So all the songs here will be driven about the car. And I'm using a character called Diva. She's named after a lookalike for my #1 artist on my channel, Diana Ankudinova. That's her there. And then I mixed in a little bit of Wednesday. So I wanted to have cosplay and place her in Wednesday. So as you know, I'm still transitioning from reaction videos to a car channel. But I want to try and keep my current subscribers by using their famous artists and I can use a lookalike artist. So there's a music video that comes on in another separate video. I'll have that link to it as well. So I'm still completing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through my workflow here. I use Kling to get some of the things. You'll see the vehicle. So this is AI. So that guy is not in the original photo at all, right? And I was able to place a guy inside the vehicle and get the vehicle to go up. So here you can see the prompt here, right? You can take a snapshot of that and OCR it. That means you're going to upload that text, a snapshot of that text into ChatGPT, and it'll tell you what's going on. Okay, right? So I was able to take the photo and put it in the city, take the same photo, put it there, put it in a desert, put it on a racetrack, and that's how I put it there. So sometimes I forget to put a person inside the vehicle. So you may see a driverless car. Hey, that's real now, right? I'm going around and stuff. So sometimes I try to tint the window, because sometimes putting the person in the car, they'll be sticking outside the sunroof or through the windshield. But on the side view is a perfect example of that. So let's go ahead and watch. We'll watch another slide. So that's a city view. So I find it amazing that now I don't have to steal people's real video, because that's what prompted me to do this. While this channel was on another channel, I got a strike there, and that strike goes out in October. It expires. Now that's amazing, right? With a 30-second clip of like a Ferrari, like Monaco, the guy takes something short. I forgot all about it. Probably one of my first car videos. I probably borrowed it or borrowed part of it. They deleted the video, but 3 of those to get you that. So I always said the reaction channel is at risk here. So slowly I'm deleting them. The video, see here it is the same thing, the sand. So all I do is go and do a change scenery, and that's all I do a change scenery. I'm able to change it, whether it's a desert, upcline, or city. So I use bananas for that, right? Gemini bananas for that. Okay, so here, runway, I got some okay, you see a picture there, right? So I took a photo and just do an easy zoom when it talks about the rear of it. So that's a real photo, but then I'm able to make it into a motion and turn it into motion and stuff. So that's what I'm able to do there and stuff. So here you may have something. Let me see here. So I didn't like the quality of that photo. That when I put her in the car, I got that result there. But I still like the way that this AI. So what I did was try to black the windows out. So I lost a lot of the realism and doing that and stuff. So here through the workflow here, and all I gotta do is add the music now. So even now you don't see the music added yet because I'm still editing, and then I'll post this up in a few minutes. You get to see that and stuff. So, and this is all the stuff you saw. See here, a race car driver, right? The other one turned the whole car into a race car, and that's not what I was asking for. The major thing is that AI also knows what the model of the car is, right? For that, I use this feature here, which is Mid-Journey, which is known to have the best photos. You see, it gives me 4 options for me to choose from. Then I can choose which option I like best. I like that option. I like this option. They tweak a little bit each one. So this is another arsenal that I have. You go to the desert. You see, I'm able to use this or use Kling. And all of this is from a still photo. And I can just manipulate that photo. Right from here, I'm able to look at the interior. Well, before you have to do that. So hopefully this will catch on. Now, these are all real photos. But I think the last time cars used real photos was probably the early 90s. That's why when you go to a car website, you can change the colors and put all types of additives on it, right? Because that's not a real car either. Probably not. I seriously doubt it, right? I think they still use Java programming. I believe they use for that type of technology. At least back then when I was doing programming, So So AI just comes right naturally into it because sometimes, like Corvette, I did a Corvette video. They actually use a television screen and they set the car by it and they have the trees, everything flying by it. The car's just sitting still in front of a large television screen. They're not trying to fool you, but they're just giving you the feel of what that car would look like in that. With AI, I'm able to take the picture of that car and actually make it drive. So that's one of the beauties of it and stuff. So here you see I'm doing different things. For the voice, I had a deep Russian voice on it at first, but it was too gravel, so I went back to a clear voice. It just didn't work for that one. So about this, she said that right there, that car right there, that's for Mid-Journey, right? That's for Mid-Journey right there. Okay, so I use a combination of the techniques in there. So the one reason why, before I leave, I want you guys to subscribe and stuff, but the one reason why I'm doing it behind the scenes is because I use AI. I don't want to get punished by YouTube for being just an AI channel. So I want to, I'll give you guys this. So for all of my channels, I like using AI, some form of it, and you can get demonetized, which I have been, right, and stuff like that. So it's good to put these little tools on it so that way it says, well, I'm also teaching something as well. All right, because they think this is all one click. It's so far still finishing up the project that's been going on for more than a week. All right. This is Dr. Ron. Man, I want to catch you guys in the next video. And look out for the music video.